Good morning, student. Today we discuss about Joule's law of heating. Joule's heating, also known as resistive, resistance, or ohmic heating, is the process by which the passage of an electric current through a conductor produces heat. Joule's heating is referred to as a ohmic heating or resistive heating because of its relationship to Ohm's law. Joule's law is a mathematical description of the rate at which the resistance in a circuit converts electric energy into heat energy. The English physicist James Joule discovered that the amount of heat per second that developed in a current carrying conductor is proportional to the electrical resistance of the wire and the square of the current. And the heat that is generated because of the current flow in an electric wire is described in joules. Students, you are very much familiar with this circuit diagram in which the electrons are moving from negative to positive terminal of the battery while the current is flowing from positive to negative terminal of the battery. So the energy, whatever the energy is produced here, this energy is used for glowing the bulb. But we also know that every object has some resistance power. That means it has ability to resist the flow of current through the circuit. So some part of the energy is used here to overcome this resistance value of the bulb, and that in that process it produces some heat. Due to that heat the bulb will get hot. So what will happen when we replace the bulb with any resistance resistor? So when an electric current is passed through a high resistance wire like nichrome wire, the resistance wire becomes very hot and produces heat. This effect is known as heating effect of current or Joule's law of heating. We will see one more diagrams in which the electrons while passing through the resistors, the some part of energy is used to overcome this resistance value, and during this process the heat is generated. Now let's discuss its derivation by using circuit diagram. Now connect the circuit diagram as shown in the given figure. Measure the current. Also measure the potential difference between the two ends X and Y of the resistance. The potential at the X is higher than the potential at Y, as the point X is connected to the positive electrode of the cell and the point Y to the negative electrode of the cell. That's why the X has higher potential while the Y has lower potential than X. Now see its expression. Consider a current I is flowing through the resistor of resistance R. Let V be the potential difference across it, that is shown in the figure, and T be the time during which charge Q flow. Now the charge Q move against the potential difference V. The amount of work done here is W is equal to, W represent the work done, is equal to Q into V. That means charge multiplied with potential difference. So we know that the energy and the work, they both are the same unit and they refer as the same term. Therefore, if the work is equal to Q into V, so energy supplied by the source is also Q into V. Hence the power input to the circuit by the source is, power formula is work or energy divided by time. We get work is equal to Q into V, which is divided by T. But similarly, we learn about the Ohm's law and the definition of the current. So definition of current means the amount of charges flowing through the circuit per unit time. That means I is equal to Q by T, which we put in that equation and we get P formula. P is equal to V into I. As the energy is equal to power into time, power we get V into I multiplied with time. This is the amount of energy dissipated in the resistor as a heat energy. Suppose a steady current I flowing through the circuit for a time t. Then heat produced is given by heat is equal to, represented by symbol H, is equal to V into I into T. And by using the Ohm's law, V is equal to current into resistance, that means IR, that we have to put in above equation and our equation for the heat will become H is equal to I square into R into T. This is known as Joule's law of heating. So now let's see the conclusion of the Joule's law of heating. A physical law. This is a physical law expressing the relationship between the heat generated and current flowing through a conductor. Heat produced in the resistor is directly proportional to the square of the current for the given resistor. Next, heat produced in the resistor is directly proportional to the resistance of the given resistor. And the heat produced in the resistor is directly proportional to the time for which current flow through the resistor. That means if we increase the current value, the more heat will generate there. If we increase the resistor value, again the more heat is generated there. Similarly, if we increase the time period to flow the current in the circuit, the more heat will generate there. Let's discuss some numerical. One numerical here, that is 100 joule of heat is produced each second in a 4 ohm resistor. Then find the potential difference across the resistor. Our given values are 100 joule represent the heat value. R, that means resistor's value, is given as 4 ohm and the time period is 1 second. Our heat formula is H is equal to I square R into T. So I square is equal to heat divided by R, that is resistor. That means 100 divided by 4, it is 25, but we want I value, so I will become 5 ampere. Then by using Ohm's law, that is V is equal to IR, we can calculate the potential difference across the resistor. After putting the value of current 5 ampere and resistor value 4 ohm, we will get 20 volt, that is the potential difference across the resistor. Thank you.